Oh, I can't. I have to say hi.
Hello.
Howdy. I'm Marjorie, and you're watching Ask at DeadEndHipHop.
Hey. Let's go. Howdy.
Hello, Marjorie, and all the guys at DeadEndHipHop. I am K.r.i.t from South Carolina, and I'm a big fan of the show. And it says K.r.i.t. Q-U-A-Y. Is that how you say K.r.i.t?
Just
Alright.
do what you do, man.
Okay, I don't know.
Fuck his name up. Blame his mama for giving him that.
He's from South Carolina. Alright.
K.r.i.t ain't no South Carolinian name. That's like some old Zimbabwe shit.
Hey, what?
Yeah, what?
I did this to you with this shit. What?
Y'all wrong.
You better get up. Close that door. No. Wait.
What do you keep yelling at me like this? This is not the way. Talk to me calm. I will understand.
Okay. My question is, have any of you ever heard a particular album or song or artist and it changed some aspect of your everyday life? He says, please know I'm not saying did the music influence you, rather open your mind to new thoughts and a way of life. One album for me personally was The Cool by Lupe Fiasco. It opened me up to an epiphany of some sort. I would just like to know any of you guys' thoughts.
What did the cool open you up to?
He said an epiphany.
What was the? I'm saying, what was the epiphany?
He said, open me up to an epiphany of some sort.
Oh, goddamn, K.r.i.t. Can you be a little more detailed? What?
Better description.
I need you to be more detailed. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand what. I mean, I don't know what on the cool was what sort of started you.
That's him.
No, but I'm saying, what was that deep on the album to make you have an epiphany?
So he's saying that, like, is there a song or an album or anything that inspires you? Maybe something that inspires you to even start DeadEndHipHop, you know?
Space Age Pimpin'.
Space Age Pimpin'. That was his inspiration.
Ride is awake. Figures.
I'm gonna go with B first.
He gonna fall.
B.
He just gonna say Dylan.
B.
I don't know.
Nothing.
I don't think if there's.
To you
She said B.
or Ken.
No
She
album
said
has
which?
made you been like, wow, that's deep. I never thought about it that way. Nothing.
Off the top of my head, no, I can't. This shit on the spot. I mean, I'll probably think of something fucking hours later, but not now.
Well, then it wasn't really inspirational if you can't call it
I'm
out.
slow. Give me a minute. Shit, come back to me.
Running around.
Alright, you about to say Public Enemy?
Yeah, I think, Public Enemy, Terminator, X-Clan, Ice Cube, they all put out some albums that were, that definitely had some high quality to them. They addressed a lot of the ills and that was going on around that time. So, yeah, I think if I had to cite some albums that were influential to a certain degree, yeah.
For you, personally, those albums made you like, wow, I didn't think about that. Those albums.
I think that's a good answer.
That they opened my eyes.
Well, that's what he's asking, isn't it?
Is that what he's asking?
Yeah.
That's what he's asking.
I don't think he's asking for society as a whole.
Right. You personally.
Nah.
No?
You just like me, now, nigga.
I'm over here in the B corner.
Yeah, you know what? It's nothing you've been like, damn. I feel that.
An album?
Yeah.
There's no.
But not to
album
change.
Like, whoa, I never.
In
thought
hip-hop?
about- Yeah.
You got
You
one?
don't listen to any deep shit, apparently.
You know, honestly, I don't have an album.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have an album because like.
song and he said artist. I mean, it was a bunch
No, it's
of. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
Saying, album, song, artist, someone that's just inspirational.
Yeah, you have nobody that's been an inspiration to you. Nobody.
Somebody.
Not to open my eyes up to anything like
think somebody.
to the
Other than
question.
somebody.
Because you wouldn't be doing this if somebody.
Yeah, he would. He's
didn't.
an opportunist. He would do this shit because. Right, exactly. Take that.
I gotta think about it. That's
Well, I got a song, like I can't necessarily go back in the memory banks that far and like be like, oh well, this, that, and the third. I feel like Ken and B, but like one song, Package Store. You know what I'm saying? When K.r.i.t was describing the duality of who the fuck was he talking about? Like the priest or the preacher? You know what I'm saying? Taking collection and but still having. You know, still.
I learned it by watching you.
But you know, still fucking with hoes and shit like that. And it's not inspirational or nothing like that. But you know, sometimes you don't take the time to think that even these guys, you know, that are high up and stuff, you know, they're just me and you. They're people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I just like how he paints, you know, saying that picture where everybody has a duality. Everybody has their shit that they do and everybody knows them as, and then everybody has their shit that, you know, you do on the side that not a lot of people know.
You didn't know that shit was going on?
Well, I do, but I'm just saying you don't really, you know, I don't think about it. So it just put it into. No. It's not part of my life. Like, I don't.
It's just reminding you that
Surface level ass motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
Fucked up in church.
What about you, Ken?
That's why I don't fuck with her.
Anyone else you can think of?
Just saying.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, this is a hard question though.
You have to
Is it
give me a moment.
Well, I'm saying, go
There's
ahead.
nobody where you've listened to an album and just been like, damn, that's fucking deep. Okay. I think, yes. That's one. Easy. Atmosphere, easy. God Loves Ugly, that album totally changed my perspective on shit. Like, the way he writes, the songs he puts together, like making you understand that it's not soft to admit that you had your fucking heart broken on a hip hop album. That's some deep shit. I mean, I guess y'all just too hard like that. Y'all don't get your hearts broken. You break hearts, right? Well, corny motherfuckers. Anyway, yeah, easily. And Pour Me Another is another song that easily it made me think of shit differently. Happy Mess, another easy song where I was like, wow, that's actually kind of deep too. But then you have shit like Casual Spirit Self, totally changed my perspective on hip hop. I had stopped listening to hip hop at that point. And that revitalized my interest in hip hop, where I was like, oh, dudes are rapping like this? Completely changed. And then LP's Fantastic Damage, that was when it made sense for hip hop to be noisy. Like, I was listening to a lot of metal and industrial and shit like that, and then when I heard Fantastic Damage, I'm like, oh my god, here's a hip hop artist that's taking noisy ass beats and rhyming over them completely unconventionally. That shit completely, once again, changed my perspective on hip hop. Like, that shit was deep to me. And when I first heard Immoral Technique's first album, I didn't know dudes were rhyming that political, but that ignorant at the same time. Another album that changed me. But y'all ain't got nothing, huh? You can't even say like an Outkast album, like nothing was just like, damn. Okay, here's one. When you were listening to fucking like J-Lo and all them other people, I'm being dead up, and then you got back into hip hop. Like, what was the album that said, oh, I do like hip hop. Hip hop is cool.
I always thought hip hop was cool.
I'm saying you weren't listening to it actively.
Like, okay, like, when are you talking about? Like
you wasn't listening to it as regularly. Like, you would always have your Usher on. You would always have J-Lo on.
Oh yeah. You know, I got. No.
What do you mean? Because I always like shit, Ron got
No. For me, I always got to break away a little bit from hip hop because in my ear it gets oversaturated. So I just need to break up the monotony of hip hop. So I like to listen to R&B. I like to listen to, you know, all of my Hispanic music and stuff like that. But you know, I don't know. I guess when I listen to an album, like I never had necessarily an epiphany about it. And I guess maybe that's the way I'm understanding the question. You know, so I've never really had like, oh wow, you know, I never had that.
Particular person made him have an epiphany. He didn't say what the epiphany was.
I'd still love to know what it is.
The epiphany could have been anything.
Well, like this. I guess an album that wasn't necessarily influential about me. Or it didn't influence me, but something that I took away from it was Illmatic. Like, anytime I listen to it, it puts me in New York. Like, just like Great Kid, Mad City. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's as far as I can go with it.
Great Kid, Mad City is Good Kid, Mad
Good
City.
Kid. I don't know why I keep saying great. Good Kid. It is a great album. But, you know, like, I guess album... Yeah, it's not. Like, so I don't really have
maybe
it.
I guess it's safe to say that there's some artists that need to step it up.
No, I think it just means that there's people that just don't
have an epiphany.
I think there's just people that don't listen to music like that.
But music is supposed to inspire and
it is, but some people
make
listen to it for entertainment. Not everybody puts an album on so they can either learn something or take something away or identify.
Right.
Some people just listen to it because it's entertainment.
Right.
So that's why you got women listening to shit like Drop That, you know, or scrub the wall or scrub the ground, whatever the fuck y'all scrubbing. You need to be in the kitchen scrubbing the goddamn counter. But I think that's why some people just listen to it because it's entertaining.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put on, you know, going back to Public Enemy Ice Cube, I'm not gonna put them on, well, old Ice Cube, you know, for entertainment. Like when they were putting out albums, they were saying some shit. But I wanted to hear what they were saying. Now
you don't put those albums on because you feel like getting inspired to go revolutionize shit or go riot. You put them albums on because one, they're nostalgic, and two, they're fun. Right?
Yeah, even I can go back to Mos Def's Black on Both Sides. I thought that was a great album, like when that dropped. And the shit that he was saying in that album was...
In that day.
But it didn't inspire you to do
Maybe
anything?
it was inspiring him at that time, like when it was dropped.
But that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Did it inspire you at the time to go be your pro-black self that you clearly are now?
I think that definitely had an influence on me growing up, listening to that stuff at that age.
Why did you put that answer originally?
Because you guys said the question was something different, like.
No,
But you're applying it to yourself now.
Yeah.
And you were just like, no.
I think an album for me, I guess as far as like production wise, I thought this album was amazing production wise. That had me started making beats was Slum Village Fantastic by him too.
And that's
Because
an
production
epiphany.
wise, yeah.
That's
Production wise, that album was dope as hell. So
that's easy. So why didn't y'all say that?
Yeah.
You know,
Because-
okay.
You do have to go and think about it.
Well, I put it on Twitter like 2 weeks ago that
You took your answer back. That's why I
Because
said
I think
you got really inspired you yourself, and you were like,
I
mean,
thought
that
you
album
guys,
got me wanting to make
you
beats
guys
and
I'm
misunderstood
saying
the
go with,
question.
I see where
go
this
with
is
your
going.
gut.
No, that wasn't it. But I thought when I answered the question, I was listening to you three.
Okay.
Make it seem like I misunderstood the question.
You were saying something about Twitter? What
like
happened?
a couple of weeks ago on Twitter, I put that, you know, some artists inspire me to want to be a rapper, and then I try to write something, and it's like, yeah, I'm no rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm no rapper.
I saw that.
It's a lot of artists that make me feel like
I want
that.
to see your rhyme book. I want to see your rhyme. My name's FIFO, though. I be fucking them hoes.
I fucked your bitch, but I ain't hating though.
My shit is not that trivial.
Please bring your rhyme book. I
don't have a rhyme book.
What will you write it down in there?
It's just like whatever paper I have near me. I feel inspired, like, damn, yo, this nigga's killing it. I can do this shit too. Hell no, I can't. I'm gonna just keep listening.
Hey man, hey, that's tight, man. That's tight, man.
Yeah,
Ron, you wanted to be a rapper too?
Yeah, when I was a kid, hell yeah.
You were writing rhymes like
Shit,
people?
hell yeah, man. I had one, it was called Soul Sound in My System. Yeah, you want to listen the sound of the beat, put your on a mission. I did that when I was a kid. And I used to put on like old records, like how they do now. I used to put on my uncle's old records and rhyme over them shits like that. Yeah, I used to go to school trying to battle rap and shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I was
I grew
almost
up
a
on
rapper,
hip hop,
too.
man. I grew up on hip hop.
So to me, I guess my answer is just great hip hop. Great hip hop just inspires me. It makes me want to be like a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like how they are, I can't. So this is my contribution to hip hop. So yeah, man.
I gotta see some rhyme.
It's honest. And you said you were in a band at one point.
Well, they were just asking about hip hop.
I'm just saying.
If you want to talk about art, we'd be here all day, so I'm not even getting to that. There's plenty of bands that
And then
maybe
you were in
want
a
to
group
join a
too.
band.
Remember you were in a group?
He was in a fucking singing group like Atlantic. You go doo-whoop shit. Doo-whoop.
I'm talking about hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about something else, then yeah. He might have a different answer.
I'm gonna take the.
I'm sure there's plenty of like old soul records
Hell
that
yeah.
made you have an epiphany, right?
Hell yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, hip hop.
But he did say he did just say hip hop.
He did say hip hop.
So that's it. Everybody good? Content?
Y'all lame as hell, man.